Hey, what's happening? So football Twitter, yeah, it's dead. Yeah, I mean, it's not really. Effectively, you can go on there right now and still post whatever you want. But is that the problem with it? Yeah, I think it is. Just to give you a quick example of what I'm talking about. Football Twitter was chock full of Man City fans complaining about a lack of squad depth last week. No, seriously. Seriously. Man City, who've got £200 million worth of new fullbacks, and even in the absence of Vincent Kompany, £100 and something million worth of centre-halves, lack of squad depth. All this is showing me is the fans of every single football club are just bad whingers. Bad whingers. All they do all day, every day, unless they've had an absolutely scintillating win, is complain about every single aspect of their football clubs and probably lives as well. Honestly, you could literally take to Twitter at any point in the week, pick a football club and know what the problems are within that football club, or the perceived problems, within mere seconds. And it's crazy because I'm not sure how it became like this. Twitter, once upon a time, was very much like that film Pleasantville. It was like cheesy, chintzy, 50s Americana.
There's a place where life is simple. People are perfect. And everything is black and white.
Everyone was pleasant, they built communities, they spoke nicely to each other, and they had reasoned opinions and discourse. There was Follow Friday, it's probably still a thing. When was the last time you did a Follow Friday where people got to say, I really like this account, look what great work these people are doing. I used to do hundreds of them. I don't anymore. I'm just as bad. It wasn't just filled with angry dickheads. And just to clarify, this isn't a real fans or not real fans argument, which I think everything seems to boil down to on social media. If you say something bad about the club, you're not a real fan. If you say something nice about the club, well, you're deluded and you're not a real fan. You're all real fans, because if you watch every single game, every single minute, and you live it, and you are such a constant presence, constantly talking about your football club, but you know what? You love your football club, you're a real fan one way or the other. It's not about whether you're a real fan or not, it's about whether you're an arsehole or not. That is the crux of this. And this is not a freedom of speech thing in any way, shape or form, because you could go down a very, very right-wing route on this. No problem, put opinions out. Hate me dinner, hate me life, hate me, I don't know, mum or whatever. But you got a problem, yeah, great, sharing, no problem with that, because that's what social media is. We don't have people around us anymore who understand what we're going through. You know, there's people who support football clubs now who they're on another continent, they're on the other side of the planet from the football team they support. They don't have that support network of people around them. They can't do what I can do and go and have a pint with me dad and feel amazing after 2 pints in an hour of talking about how great Liverpool is. These days, a lot of people don't have that. Social media becomes that outreach for them, becomes that method of communication. I'm sure it's true for a lot of the people watching it, and even though I still have that support network, even though I sit in a room all day talking about football, talking about Liverpool, I still do it. I still reach out to people online and still have conversations about footy and still do these things, and that's the way it is. That's the beauty of the internet, is being able to have that level of connection with people. And yeah, again, Facebook as it's, oh, really down, oh, that was a shit day, oh, you okay, hon? You know, this exists at all levels of social media, but Twitter's just become horrendous. Nothing wrong with saying, oh, that was shit, or I dislike this, or I don't like this player, I don't like the way things are going. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. That is the beauty of having an opinion. Unfortunately, opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one, but unfortunately, if you're an arsehole with an opinion, wow, that's 2 arseholes. You're basically a double arsehole. And do you know what's worse than all this? It's not even just people. It's not even just people. It's these big football accounts. They've got 100, 200,000, 500,000, 1 million followers. And their sole purpose and existence is to make you feel shit about your football team in the disguise of banter. Oh, that's good banter. Solid banter. Fuck off. Fuck off with your shit Twitter account that make us feel miserable about supporting our football teams. Honestly, it's bad enough for our own fans without having fans of other clubs clearly buzzing their tits off behind anonymous accounts under the auspices of comedy. I'd rather contract an STD than be one of those people. And it's not the people who are just putting an opinion out there, it's the people actively tracking down people who have opinions that are either swing towards the positive or just don't agree with this in general, and calling them out directly, tweeting shit to people. Why are you tweeting the owners of your football club? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you tweeting football players? Why are you sending abuse to football players? What are you doing? What are you doing? Now, don't get me wrong, if you're the kind of person who would walk up to someone in the street and do that, then fine. But odds are, you're not. You're a cowardly, cringe-worthy arsehole. And the problem with this is it means that the good people who are on Twitter are leaving Twitter, and what's being left behind is a very bad smell. Good people, positive people on social media are effectively the deodorant of social media. Take it away, and what have you got? BO, social media body odour. And that's what Twitter's becoming. Back when it started, it was like Pleasantville. Right now, it's like Biff Tannen's vision of 1985. And the future? Well, yeah, I think the future, it's a bit like the Tom Hardy Mad Max. And fine, you know what, if you've got a problem with social media, and if it's bothering you, if it's bringing you down, it's your choice to go on there. That's your itch that you are scratching. Leave it alone, come away. And that's a pretty sensible argument, but I think there's a problem inherent in that. And the problem is, if all that's left representing your football club on Twitter are absolute arseholes, then it's not outside the realms of possibility. The people who do genuinely make decisions at the football club or in football in general will start to look at those people, look at those reactions, look at those opinions and think, that's how you feel, that's how everyone feels, that's how the fans collectively feel about whatever's happening with an incident, with a football club or with football in general. And that's a very scary place, because look at some of the go now, most of you will have experienced it in some forms, the absolute abject lunacy that happens, the knee-jerk reactions. Football's bad enough for it anyway. Frank de Boer, 4 games in charge, sacked by a moron. We're only, 7 years removed from Rafa Benitez being sacked because the owners at Liverpool Football Club felt that the tide of opinion with the fans had turned against them. That tide of opinion that they had access to was only online. They weren't in the stands, they weren't the away fans, they weren't speaking to people on the street. The only thing they did, because they were so far removed, was to look on social media and say, oh, it looks like people have turned against the manager. Well, there we go. Whether that was their genuine reason or not, it was an excuse that they were able to use because of that. Listen, have your say what you got to do, vent your opinions. But if you then start tracking people down, if you're searching through hashtags and you're looking for people's opinions, or you see someone else's opinion and you just vehemently disagree with it, and you start being a knobhead to them, you might well be the biggest super fan your club's ever known, but equally, you're probably an arsehole as well. Soz. And the thing is, if you're going onto social media to abuse footballers, to abuse ownership, to abuse your fellow fans, you're not showing people how much you love your football club. Realistically, you're just showing people how much your mum and dad didn't love you. And I'm really sorry about that. And it's far better and far more fun to spread a little bit of happiness in football, because my God, it's hard fucking work being a football fan. It's hard work, without having to take to social media and just being made to feel miserable for days on end in between the football matches. So here's the thing. I've been very tempted to ditch football Twitter because for the vast majority, particularly around the football thing, it just makes me very, very sad. It makes me very sad. It's a miserable experience a lot of the time. But I'm going to try my best to keep going on it because I don't want Liverpool's social media to smell like BO. Don't let football Twitter be like Mad Max or the weird part of Back to the Future 2. Let it be like Bill and Ted.
Be excellent to each other.
Let's be excellent to each other. But there you go. That's just my thoughts for what it's worth. Cheers. Click there and subscribe. I'm stuck.